Just wanted to give a little life health update for those of you that have been following. For the past 4 years, I have been struggling with adverse reactions to a Tdap and Moderna vaccine that has basically caused a lot of symptoms that look like lupus, MS, stiff person syndrome, Sjogren syndrome, and it has also caused my blood work to be abnormal. My ANA is positive. My immunoglobulins are very high. My body is basically attacking itself and is in like a hyperactive state. I did not realize that I was responding badly to the Tdap vaccine because it presented itself as TMJ. And so that's why a month later I got Moderna and basically exacerbated everything. And for the past 4 years have been struggling with pain day to day, and also getting answers. While this is all going on, my husband and I wanted to start a family, and I have endometriosis, and I knew that I was going to have to do IVF. A lot of my doctors advised me not to, my neurologist especially. And so I said, you know what, I'll wait a little bit, we'll see. I found the right fertility team, and I attempted to start IVF in January and had a bad reaction to one pill that I took. And so that right there, my gut told me, maybe this isn't for you until, maybe I could sort out my blood work and manage my symptoms. Unfortunately, things only kind of got worse. And that was a hard thing to accept. But I know I was put on this earth to become a mother. So I'm happy to update that my husband and I are now, looking at alternate ways to start a family. So I'm here to tell anybody that is struggling, that wants to be a parent, you're not alone. And, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. But you have to do what's safest for you. And so that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I wanted to say that I finally have the right team of amazing doctors that took over 4 years to find. And so if you're struggling with something that it's been really hard to get a diagnosis or doctors to take you seriously, please don't give up. Please don't. It's been really hard, but I can say that I'm hopeful. I was diagnosed with a couple things, and one of the things is something called Asia syndrome, which in America there is no code for, unfortunately, but is something that is recognized all over the world because a lot of women that get like breast implants, when their body starts attacking themselves, and you've seen and heard of people having autoimmune issues from it, that's Asia syndrome, and they get the implant removed and then they get their life back. They feel better. Unfortunately, in my case, I have always been very allergic to metals. I could never wear cheap jewelry. And so there is aluminum in a lot of vaccines, and I had no idea. And so I think that between that, having neck issues, I have some neurological issues, and then, having endometriosis, it was the perfect storm for what happened. And, a lot of times, vaccines can trigger something that is underlying. Because my blood work looks very similar to lupus, doctors would always scratch their head. They'd be like, I don't know what to do with this. And so because they couldn't help me, they kind of dismissed me. As I mentioned, I finally found the right team of doctors, and I have an amazing immunologist and rheumatologist who acknowledge that Asia syndrome is an actual thing, along with mast cell activation. Like I said, my body has been in this state where it's like attacking itself, and my doctor's plan is to, do all the things to treat this that are going to be the most gentle on my body, and that's starting with like an anti-inflammatory diet and getting the last of my metal fillings removed, which I have been tasting metal for like years. And it's because when this first happened to me, I basically developed lockjaw, and I was grinding on my teeth so much that I was tasting metal. Now I realize that because of the fillings. And my body has like a histamine reaction anytime there's metal present. So I can't wear like underwire bras anymore. And so today I'm getting the last of my metal fillings removed. So between that and, better diet, I'm hoping that I can avoid doing an IVIG, like immunotherapy treatment, but we'll revisit that in a couple months. I'm just finally like more hopeful, and it's something that I did not have for a really long time. And so, like I said, if you're going through something, don't give up. You're not alone. If if I could tell you what I have experienced over the past 4 years, running out of doctor's offices, crying, feeling dismissed as I like sit here with my binder of labs, and like I know your body better than anybody else, and yet it's crazy that it's taken this long to get these diagnoses. And you would think that someone would contact me to do like a research study, right? Because wait a minute, if you have a metal allergy, like should you avoid certain things? I don't know. If you have endometriosis, should you not do this if you also have a metal allergy? I shouldn't have to be asking that. It's kind of crazy. Like I was supposed to be a part of a study that was at Mount Sinai for adverse reactions to the COVID-19 vaccine, and yet that study was pulled. Why are these studies being pulled? Anybody, as a makeup artist, anybody that sits in my chair, first thing I ask them, what are you allergic to? And I guarantee you, every single person that has answered me has said something different. And you know what? Sometimes they don't know what they're allergic to. And, it just proves that like every single person has a different immune system. And I don't know why vaccines are so controversial. I am pro-vaccines. We need vaccines. But we also need the research and the studies and all of the information that is on VAERS. What's the point of VAERS if it just sits there and we're not being studied or acknowledged? So that's a whole nother video, but I just wanted to give you this update and just thank you for checking in on me. And I just have so much gratitude and appreciation, and hopefully I will feel better after today, getting this last filling removed, and I'll hope to update you soon with better news.